Fuck it, we're just using that. I can't be ours. We've been here a minute trying to fucking start this.
That's fantastic.
Hello and welcome back to the Bad Takes podcast, episode 5. Carlos Puyo, another neutral, you know.
I thought it was our Bad Takes.
No, I changed back to the Bad Takes podcast.
Right.
I was like, you know, fuck it, embrace it. Fuck that other podcast. We're gonna beat them.
Imagine. No.
Let's not imagine.
Anyway, right, aye. Hello. I'm just going to do a quick intro, you know. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, you know.
Steve.
Nah, it's not Steve. It's not Steve this week.
Steve.
It's not Steve this week. It's fucking you, Cammy.
Who the fuck's Cammy?
Don't know. There's somebody called Cammy watching this.
Oh, Cammy Bell, aye.
Cammy Bell.
Cammy Bell.
Cammy Bell, hit the bell. Aye. And also, for others, you know, stuff, check out my YouTube channel. You know.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, I don't care. You know, self-improvement and all that. I've just made a video about I'm stopping drinking. Gonna try and commit to that.
Good luck with that. I did it, by the way. I stopped drinking. I don't know how many months I did. I stopped drinking at New Year, and I had my first drink round about, I think I had one in March. And then I didn't properly drink till about June time. It was actually pretty easy. See, once you just stop doing it.
I've no drank since Sunday.
I was gonna say, I was like,
I've done that before.
Saturday.
It was like last year. I was stopped drinking February or something like that, and then 2 months later.
2 months.
2 months.
It's quite easy to
Good
be fair,
amount of
'cause I feel like nowadays you need an excuse to actually go out and drink.
Aye.
I need
All
no
you do is-
excuse.
Unless you're an alcoholic.
Aye.
I done from New Year to mid-February. Like, I was trying to do it longer, and I was like, oh, fuck it, start doing it. But I was like, that Saturday there, I was like, nah. I was drinking till like 5 in the morning.
Mate, you were steamboat.
I just was sending Snapchats and
Oh, aye. I know. We all got your message, aye.
you didn't even have
We did,
Snapchat.
No, but in
Oh, I fucking emotional breakdown, man.
See, I didn't even watch it.
No,
No, it was a listen.
I listened to
Didn't
maybe about the
listen.
first
I
12
had
minutes, and I
many
went, I get the gist of what he's trying to say. We've all done it.
I listened to nothing.
Listen, we've all had a drink.
Never confess my love to the boys.
No.
man.
No,
Well,
never.
drop-
Oh, what?
Well, no us boys,
Aye.
but
No, don't usually. No, yeah.
Your boyfriend.
That's me. It's not me.
Aye.
you sure the camera was on your neck?
Chain.
Yes.
Anyway, aye, how's your week went, boys? We'll start with Lewis because he wasn't here last
I
week.
wasn't here last week.
Aye, so how was your week, mate?
I got up to quite a bit since the last seen yous. So I got my big bonus for my work. It's the first big bonus we've had because the pandemic kind of took the arse out of the budget, so they couldn't give the big bonus. And then the year prior, there was other stuff. So I got my first big 10% in my full wage bonus. Right, gone. Just went on a holiday, so on my way to Greece in June.
No.
Nice. Wait.
So's my bird.
When?
Okay, I thought
I didn't even know that. I'm going mad.
I thought everyone was going to start clapping.
No,
Clapping.
We don't clap,
But,
that's what the buttons are for.
Got my cell AirPods, and then last weekend it was 5 years I've been in my bud.
The new AirPods or the first one?
No, just the first one.
Yeah, so we thought.
They're just the same, practically. just the rest of them.
I can't do the in-ear ones.
That's what I've got. The AirPod Pros.
No, I can't
I
do the
prefer
things.
them.
Nah,
I can't do the
it's
normal ones.
just the first ones, and then at the weekend went out for something to eat, went for a bevy, and
Where'd you go?
was steaming. We went to the London Inn in Stirling. You ever been there before? It's cracking.
Aye, it's
innit?
good.
It's really, really good. And then we went to City Walls for something to drink.
City Walls is good. City Walls
Is that
is
what you
good.
mean?
It's like
Aye.
£7. I was £7 for like 2 gins, and they're fucking
Decent
they're-
measures, like.
Aye,
Could be
they're
the word.
generous.
That's
That's
what
what
you're
generous.
looking
I was looking for the word generous.
Generous.
They have
Eh.
a good pint of tenants in there.
I don't like tenants.
Another one now. We'll get to that.
I think it's wrong.
Love
But,
tenants.
no,
We'll
see,
wait for
the thing is, usually my go-to is either Moretti or Coors.
Aye.
But
He gets it.
I've gotten into the orange gin. I quite like that.
Orange gin?
I don't know what it is. I've tried the flavour, the normal gin, like standard gin, just doesn't do it. My brothers are dead into it. My older brother's like a gin connoisseur, but no, I like the orange one.
Shout out, Dave.
I like the flavoured ones, but pink gin's rotten.
I don't like pint.
Pint, no.
Remember the craze with that?
It tastes right.
Aye, it does.
Remember there was a mad craze, everybody was buying pink gin.
Fucking gin is like the in thing now. I don't know what happens.
I don't-
Gin
John
became
Freeman.
the thing.
I don't like gin.
No.
But
Right.
that's really
So
it.
is that
apart
how
from,
you're,
apart from working and doing all that, no, I've been alright. Stressed at my box, but I'm chilling out now. This is chill out time.
Nothing happened Sunday, mate. Eh? Nothing happened Sunday.
No.
Was there no a big football game?
Nah. Anyway, Ian, how was your week?
It was good. I started watching the Old Firm on Sunday.
What was the scoring?
It was 2-1 Celtic, I believe.
Yes.
Was it? Aye.
Yes.
Just double check.
I was also at the football on Sunday. I just didn't want to incorporate it.
Nah, it was
Darkness smiles.
So was that 3 points to Celtic?
six
points.
Six clear, aye.
6 clear.
Hibs are still shite, but we can all get the Hibs for Sunday. No, I was working at the weekend, sat and watched Mania.
Oh,
Mania.
Mania.
WrestleMania was at the weekend, and then I sat and watched the Old Firm, and that's been about it.
Wait, WrestleMania was at the weekend?
Aye.
Aye, just the weekend.
I mean,
Aye.
Oh, it's just,
Saturday, Sunday.
oh, I was about to say it's usually April, aye. No, is it?
Either March or Saturday, April. Aye.
So who was wrestling? Who was the main
Logan
event?
Paul.
Logan
Well,
Paul,
Logan
generally-
Paul and
Logan
WWE.
Paul beat the Mysterios, him and the Miz, and then the Miz turned on them.
Oh,
What
mate.
the fuck is
Logan Paul's actually really
He was
good.
fucking.
He was excellent.
He was a collegiate wrestler, was he?
Aye. And he's mate. He looked, and he's like, he was a heel. Well, that's not a bad guy for you who don't know.
He was a goon.
He is. He's I just
He is
I
a
like
good
him.
man.
Yeah, he's good. But
I like him.
See, the thing is, I don't dislike him on his bra. I don't.
No,
I've
just like
kind
his
of
bra.
grown.
Jake Paul's a wild-
I've kind of grown no
Jake
to
Paul
mind
was
him,
there.
but I don't like his younger bra. Sorry.
No, I don't like his bra, yeah.
no,
So is that
he
how
does.
your weekend went?
Pretty much.
or week?
WrestleMania all fun. Work. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
right. What about you, Zinger?
You know how my week went. I worked. Went to Cursons. Watched the football. We're not talking about the football. Unlucky. And then
Nah, it's fair play, mate. Honestly.
and then I worked again. That's it.
Worked and I did a bit more and then I worked again.
Worked and I worked.
And I walked.
And I worked.
Basically like mine, just work.
Oh, that was a nice transition to Duncan's week.
Just work.
Work. That's it.
A nice wee segue into that.
Aye, I like that.
Full
aye.
weekend of working, Monday working.
Working Tuesday and then off today. I couldn't mind if I was working Tuesday or no.
And what's your shift pattern like? What do you do?
Just
Whenever it gets told.
basically, I'll roll a thing.
Duncan is the bitch in Halford. Duncan, you cover my shift. Aye, that's
What hours do you work in?
Stirling.
Stirling. Oh, right, aye.
Sprinklers.
Aye.
Just working there. So it's on a roll. I get usually second Saturday off, every second Sunday off. And then from Monday to Friday it's just a roll. Just
Decent.
Nice.
Rotas are shite.
Rotas are
I
shit.
know.
Because you can't plan anything.
Nah.
I work 8 till 5 Monday to Friday, and it's just no the cake, man.
It definitely is.
Oh,
I see,
I'm
I'd
7 till
like a
4.
set shift.
Well,
I'd much
like
rather Monday,
a
Friday,
9-5 or an 8-5 or that.
I don't mind finishing at 5. It's that 8 to 5. It's that 9 hours in the office. Like usually people are in for 8 hours, but one of the hours is a lunch. Mine's is I'm in for 9 and one of them's my lunch. So I work 8 hours every day, and it's just that extra hour just zaps out you, man. I job at 9-5.
But I'm 7 till 4, but it's you don't actually start at 7. You go into the yard at 7. So you fuck about in there for 45 minutes. Drive to wherever you're going to. So it could be like through here. It could be Trinent, wherever. Like next week we're going to Jedburgh. It's fucking miles away.
Where is Jedburgh? I've never heard of
Oh,
this.
Like it is. Where is it? Like on the map, technically. Fife.
I've said, it's as if like no.
You know,
It's like I don't know.
You said it pretty often.
Because I had in my head it was like Dundon Freeway, but now that I'm saying
It's like
It's in 5.
it's like an 50 minutes away.
Oh, that's
But then,
stinky.
like, you get there at 10, you do your work and you come home, but, like, see, depends on what you've got on. I could finish at 12, go home, wash, sit in my bed, I'm getting paid to 4 o'clock.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Well,
it's-
your job
Yes,
doesn't
hiring.
sound as bad as
Uh-huh.
mine. Then.
I'm 12 till 8 tomorrow. I can't be arsed with that.
But that's just a normal shift,
I
isn't it?
see,
Still
I
wait.
see.
It's like waiting up at like back of 10.
It's just no nice.
No, don't wake up at the back. Wake up early and go to the gym or something.
Aye.
No.
Be
Yeah, eat
productive
your
with your life.
breakfast.
No. I don't even do that.
Yeah.
No. Wake up at 10.
If you need
Get ready for
motivation, just
11,
watch
leave.
John's last video.
Start at 12, finish at 8.
I just, sorry, you just done with your.
No, sorry, there you go.
Can I talk?
You can talk. Let me
I'm
here as well. Let me talk.
Why you're here?
It's my fucking show.
As I've said before, I'm just the host, editor, and producer. I just let you do the entertaining, man. But, I've been up to quite a lot
What have you been up to?
in terms of this industry, podcasting, YouTubing, businessing. I know I said that really weird,
that
but
was such sass.
I know. No, because
podcasting.
I'm confident. I'm confident in where I want to take this. Generally, I've been putting in a fucking work, man. So,
mate, what are you like 5 videos this week or something? Between this and
probably,
main channel,
and a lot of hours editing. So, people say YouTubers isn't a real job. It's fucking hard, man.
No, it is.
I can't wait till I make enough money and I'm paying an editor to do it because
that's how most big ones have an ed, like the pay an editor.
One or two anyway.
And the videos get so much better. So you pay a lot, but it's like an investment, and then you make even more money because the videos are so much better than you editing.
I've seen some talk about how they need to teach them how they like to like
how to do it.
Not so much how to do it. How to make
Their
it look like their style of video and all that. And
it starts off just a wee conversation. You maybe give some ideas, and maybe you let the editor he has a wee freelance and that at it, and then just it goes. But I'm a wee bit away from that now. But that's my goal. That's my goal.
See nowadays, but like like the YouTubers, if you go like FIFA or whatever, all their videos look the same.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
That's why I'm just staying away from gaming.
I feel like if you were going to go into gaming YouTube, you'd have had to do it like years ago.
Well, see the channel I've got now, back in 2013. That's how I got most of my subscribers. I got like 20k views on like GTA videos and that because I was just like, how to make like someone from a movie.
Snoop Dogg.
Bane from Batman. But I deleted all them because that's
Should have kept them. It's views, aren't it?
All the subscribers from like 7 years ago.
Aye.
You know, they were maybe sitting in anticipation, waiting for you to make your return.
What the fuck's Jono not uploaded a video yet?
And
Here's it's me, Jono.
It used to be called Auto Jono.
Jono.
But I was like, that's shite. It's me, Jono, because it's me, Jono. Like, simple. But I see that last video. I don't know if everyone's here seen it. It's okay if you haven't. I worked a lot because I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go up a walk up to Maya. And I thought, fuck it. I'll video it. And then I was like, how can I use this as like an actual motivational type of video? I was like, do that instead of drinking.
I saw watched it. It was good.
Mate, I actually like spent a lot editing it as well and like getting pictures and that to kind of, because I was researching how to actually, because you can make a thumbnail and a good title, people click on it, but see if they're no interested in the first 15 seconds of the video, they'll switch it off. So that's why like the first I'm like adding text, adding pictures, me talking in the background, because the attention span of people nowadays is fucking rotten.
Does that not count as a view though still if they click on it? Or how long do
you can still get a view, but like see the video retention.
Aye.
Like there's like, because it's all analytical nowadays YouTube, it's like it's weird, but actually it does help you if you want to grow. It's like the charts and that, it shows, and it can be like how long would people actually stay in like the average, and like some of the videos it could be like it could start here, like maybe like a few people like will watch it, and then overall on average people only stay for like 30 seconds if they get bored, because that's why you need, because it's mostly because of TikTok, because like that's like short videos. People are just used to like see, because actually I researched, you know Mr. Beast. He just jumps straight into his videos. He doesn't faff about intros. No. He just like, I'm going to do, like, he literally reads out the title in the first 5 seconds of his video. He just starts doing it.
Did you see him talking to Joe Rogan about stuff like that? Like,
no, I've not seen that.
It is like, it's super interesting. He's quite an interesting individual. He's talking about him giving away an island and all that. And
he's
like,
mental.
He makes all his money in a video and just instantly spends it.
Is he dying or something?
No,
he's got like 90 odd million subscribers.
I read somewhere he was dying or something. That's why he's giving away all his money.
Maybe he titled it. No, but it's because it's also as well. See, all the sponsors, they give him loads of money, and he uses that money to give to people. But then that's like an investment, because the video will bang. Get loads of money from that, and like lower spot. Like he's a fucking genius with that stuff, man.
He's clever.
So he's got the blueprint, man. So anyone out there starting YouTube, fucking watch Mr. Beast. But
it's like, see when you're like that, like it sounds proper quiet, but when it's in front of you, you hear it.
Alright, sorry.
But and also I got a tattoo. I got a tattoo as well. I literally got that today, and I've kept the cling film on because
take the cling film off, pussy.
What? We just want blood everywhere.
Aye.
Has you got stuff on it as well, like cream or that?
The cream, the guy.
Aye.
The guy was
One
fucking-
slap each.
The guy creamed on it.
That's a thumbnail. Sean got creamed on after the start.
No.
Make a face for the thumbnail, guys.
For fuck's sake.
No one will watch that.
No.
No.
15 seconds in a
People know you can
Cancelled.
watch this far, by the way. Yous have bored them.
Yous are boredom.
Yous have bored them.
Alright, I thought it said yous.
Do you want us just to go then?
Aye, not
How long's it been? 16?
16 minutes.
well, technically 15 because
Still
the
going
first minute was used like, I don't know, top.
We're 14
shite.
minutes too deep then, because you've probably already left.
Aye, right. Okay. If you've made it this far, thank you. Aye.
Please stay around.
Did you want to jump into conspiracy theories since that's what we talked about last week?
Did you look up any? Like,
Did you look up any?
Did that
Did-
fuck?
I did.
Oh, thanks.
No, no, it's not so much a conspiracy, it's more just a theory.
Right.
Just kick us off, mate. Kick us
Right.
off.
I mentioned it. It's called the stoned ape theory. Have you ever heard? If you've ever heard of
Stoned what, sir?
the stoned ape theory?
I thought you said stone baked.
Nah. The stoned ape theory.
I could get with that.
So there was this guy. He's a mycologist. So he basically, it's him and his brother. So Dennis and Terence McKenna. I think it was
Dennis and
I think it was Terence. I can't remember. It was one of them anyway. So the theory was right that psilocybin mushrooms, which are magic mushrooms, in case you didn't know, are. So the theory is that they are key to the development of going from the Homo genus, which was basically monkey, to Homo sapien, which is us, right? And the theory is right that in Africa, when it started to get a bit hotter and it started to like kind of deplete the natural, like any food that was in like the trees and all that. So basically, it forced apes and things like that to get out from under the trees and start looking for food by other means. And what happened was they were following herds of like, I don't know, kind of like cows and things like that, and stuff that was in Africa. And then what happened was, as they were following them, when they were shitting, they were like, because it attracted all the insects and all that, they were eating insects. But the psilocybin mushrooms like to grow in shit. So basically, what was happening? So what was
Mike Tyson's talked about that. Like they
Aye.
actually, it's fertilised and that. And
Aye,
stuff
mate. So basically, when these were growing out, and fucking, you're a monkey, so what do you know, kind of thing?
Is that how Joe
You would
Rogan's
just-
talked about this? Like they've. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you there,
no.
but that's how maybe the human mind's maybe developed because they've came across like these mushrooms and
So,
sorry,
shit
you-
mushrooms.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much,
So
yeah.
basically, they were eating them, and what would happen is the mushrooms were giving them were changing their vision, they were making it more acute, and they were making them better hunters. So they started to, rather than just try and self-suffice through things growing in the trees, they were going out and looking for it now.
Yeah.
So they were hunting, and then with it was kind of boosting their libido, so they're reproducing more, and through that the evolution of it has just boosted and boosted and boosted to the point where you have basically like what we are
Evolved.
now, like no so much sentient but a consciousness.
you know you're
Ah,
alive,
following,
like you
and
know
it's
what you're saying. And
basically, and how we've developed culture. So that's kind of like the basis of our theory of the theory.
I'll
Right?
maybe look into that more because I think I've heard
It's
that.
interesting.
It is.
So
Like,
basically, we have magic mushrooms to thank for the evolution of humanity.
Maybe not just
not
them.
so much.
It is shit in there or not.
It is a theory. Like, there's a guy, Paul Stamets, who's also a mycologist. He, which is like an expert in mushrooms, basically. He kind of backs it. He no believes it, but believes that he's on the right track to find out something. But it's hard because things like that are still quite taboo. I mean, you can get mushrooms out in Amsterdam, but where
It's
else?
like
do you get them in the
truffles
world?
and that,
It is truffles, but it is still psilocybin mushrooms. It's just mushrooms that are quite clever. So basically, they're magic mushrooms with like a fireproof coating on them that the mushroom has developed itself to prevent itself from being burnt. That's how fucking clever it is. But it has been disputed, and part of it is you can't rely on this one thing because like evolution. I mean,
Yeah,
because evolution has not just happened to humans; it's happened with everything.
There's millions of years of stuff happening.
Exactly, and how many species have developed? I mean, you've got that. It's like the Galapagos Islands. It was to deal with the birds, and the beaks. All the
beaks changed that.
So,
well, is that not because the dinosaurs and that as well? Because apparently birds are like descendants of dinosaurs.
Probably. So chickens are
Chickens,
the closest thing to a velociraptor. But is it?
Turkeys as well.
Is it right? Okay, so.
But alligators or crocodiles is like your actual closest.
Same with tortoise.
Tortoises are like reptiles.
Reptiles.
Imagine
basically.
probably cockroaches. I mean, they're hard to kill. You can't even kill them with a nuclear bomb.
No, it's fucking. But see, like evolution. It depends who you speak to about it, because like probably all of us here believe in evolution, but like see when you get to,
the Lord in Christ.
but see when you get to like
man
religion and that, no. It's like, oh, the Big Bang. No, Jesus.
There's some people who believe in both. Like, think it was God who created the Big Bang. If there is a being
I
out
started
there,
it how you fucking start this.
I started the Big Bang.
He's standing there, he's like, right, he's fucking ready. 3, 2, 1.
He's lying on his side in bed with his arse at the movie.
Just like a big fat.
But
That's how it started.
I don't believe that is like the be all and end all. It's interesting. It's an interesting thought, because how we can't possibly understand how we're here. We don't. Well, I don't think we'll physically ever know. No, in our lifetime anyway. No. But no, I don't believe in like religion and all that. I'm about science and spirituality. Like, I think the way to disprove that religion is like the be all and end all is, have you ever heard of the Dark Ages? Mm-hmm. So the Dark Ages, for anybody that doesn't know, is it's a time in humanity where you weren't allowed to practice science. It was purely down to religion. Just religion ruled the world. And there was no science.
Was that just all over, like everywhere, or was it just in like
most places? It kind of was like a cult thing that happened all over the world. And within that time, there was no there was no development to anything. I think it lasted 200 odd years, maybe more.
And
there was no sense of development ever in that space and time. And once they stopped being like that and they started kind of moving away and people started doing it, that's when we started to go and like ramp it up. I mean, look at our development for the Second World War.
The technology.
Second World War ended in the 40s, so that's 80 years. We've put a man in the moon, right? And see that technology that put the man in the moon, there's more in my key fob to get me into work.
It's mental.
That's a mental thought that my key fob could put somebody into space.
See, the thing is, but see with like religion, that I listen to it, like I will listen to somebody speak about it and that, but it's like you have to kind of argue both sides of it. Do you know what I mean? Like for the folk that are religious, the folk that aren't, it's like you can argue it and all that kind of stuff. But I think, see the Bible, I think to me it's like a game of Chinese whispers on it. It's like one person's wrote it down, then the next person, and you tell me they've wrote it the exact same since.
Well, they used to, like, did they not used to say like, I don't know how it's like was like allowed in that, like in the old Bible.
Allowed today in certain countries.
Yeah, I know, but I was reading the Bible.
Allowed's a bit of a stretch. It's just not frowned upon as it is here.
Allowed? In like Saudi Arabia.
Not allowed, but encouraged.
No, in Saudi Arabia and that, like a lassie can get, and if it's not with her wife, she can still get stoned for it. It's mental.
Imagine just getting fucking bricked.
For being
I'm getting pumped.
It's because it's still seen as it's still
that bad.
No, it's facts. It's reported. I'm not speaking out of turn. I'm just saying
it was on the news. It was on the news.
It was on the news.
Honestly, because it's still seen as being unfaithful to your husband.
In fact, I feel like I did know that. I think I did know that.
It's mad.
But anyway, back on track of all that, of what I was just saying. So basically, there is a theory that of psilocybin mushrooms are possibly the key to sentient development to the point where we are now, and we've created a world full of just terribleness.
See, going back to that last bit we were talking about the and that, right? See Adam Driver, big actor,
Kylo Ren.
So, see, you ever seen The Last Duel?
No, I don't think
right,
so.
So it's like a really old film. It's about Adam Driver and I can't remember the other boy, but right famous boy, right? His missus, and he's like, so Adam Driver her, right? But it goes for like his point of view, her point of view, and the husband's point of view.
Oh, so there's different truths in that. There's only one truth.
And it's like, in the film, right? the boy walks, Adam Driver like knocks the door, they go into the room, and the boy's like, oh come on in, take off your pants. that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about all that thing. You need to watch it. See, you don't want to watch it for the whole fact that it's like, see how usually in films when they talk about that kind of, it just like happened. It actually shows you.
It's a good thing I made sure
three times it happens in the one film.
I always make sure I put in the thing, this is not for kids, this show. I put that
18 plus.
I don't know if it's I don't know if there's actually, I just put not for kids. I always make sure to put that.
I don't know what we can talk about here.
I don't know if also maybe try and not say that word again, because I don't know if that goes against like YouTube's like
I sort of swearing and all that.
So swearing within a certain amount of time.
Is that not so it's delicious.
I think the disease that went around the world for the past couple of years, that can get you as well.
Well, see, mind like the
because Fraser said it last week, and I was thinking to myself, is that going to get taken down?
No, I just put COVID. You pointed it out like they just
no, not COVID. Like the beer that we call it. I thought that if he said that, then that.
Did any of us say that?
Like
the actual thing, because the FIFA player, the right mid for Porto. What they call him? What is it? No, Jesus. They call him because his name's Jesus.
Yeah,
that word. Because it's
wait. So they're taking videos down for all that.
I
don't think it's taken.
I'm at the lip here. Sorry.
No, the beer.
Right, so the beer, the virus.
COVID's other name.
Oh,
that was the
Corona.
beer.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He shall not be named.
I'm talking about the beer. I'm not.
Aye, but like,
you can't say that word.
Still say that word.
Aye, apparently if you say that word on YouTube, like the whole thing,
it gets you. I think it's demonetised.
But we don't get demonetised now.
Aye, no, but it can though.
Well, I think if you say
coronavirus, there is but like this is the thing. Coronaviruses have existed outside of COVID-19. There was such a thing as coronavirus.
It's just
for the YouTube.
Went saying that word and actually.
My God.
Honestly, that's how sent. That's
how film that was like based on it. COVID-23.
That's
what pandemic?
I know it's Bird Song or something. Is that Songbird?
Aye, that's it. Aye.
No, Songbird. It was called. It is, and
it's on
basically
Amazon.
Aye, and it's 2023, and it's basically the sanitisation companies basically around the world now. Aye, I've not seen it, but I've seen the trailer.
See when like it all first happened, I watched that and I was like, whoa, what's going to happen here? I didn't hear it.
I know, that's why, because I turned it down.
I just don't fucking chew right in.
I'll just go right back.
I just went like that.
Right.
For Adam's missus, he said I chewed too loud.
Right, well,
I didn't even hear that.
I finished
For Adam's missus, he said I didn't chew too loud.
Right,
Let's just try and speak.
I finished my theory. Let me talk. So, that's it. Right. It's not so much a conspiracy, it's just a scientific.
We went down a wee kind of rabbit hole.
Yeah, by the way, Pikachu's not got a black tail.
I found out the day.
Do you want to talk about that? Or do you want to jump into
the Mandela effect? It's the Mandela
stuff toy.
Oh, yeah, it's not got a black tail.
It's got a bit of brown at the base here, base of its tail, but I thought I had black nails. No,
that
I always did.
Genuinely.
So we'll talk about the Mandela effect then.
That is a really like. It's not. There's genuinely stuff has been changed. Like, I'm 100%. Looney Tunes was Looney Tunes, not tunes. Tunes.
Another one that's a Mandela effect one is where the Statue of Liberty is. People always said this was in a different island, so it's on
Manhattan.
It was
Manhattan's the city.
Aye, that's a district or no, what's it called? A borough. It's the five boroughs. But it's on Liberty Island. But a lot of people thought it was on a different island.
Staten Island.
It's not. No, Staten Island is like another part. Like that's land. That's land. Aye. No, the Statue of Liberty is one. Why are you on your phone?
Because I'm searching this Looney Tunes.
You're looking at Snapchat.
No, go look up.
I was quickly just checking it.
Look up fucking Statue of Liberty.
Oh, sorry, you keep talking.
Is that not what it's called, Liberty?
Well,
Statue of Liberty.
Well, no, because what it was a gift from the French to the Americans.
They've got one as well.
Well, no, I
don't so much think they do.
They gave
them as a gift. I
don't know if it was like a mini one.
They might
maybe. How did they get that over there in a ship, man? Like, that's
just in bits.
Oh, right. Imagine just a whole erect fucking statue.
Have you never seen it when it's? I think it's got the scaffolds in it, and they just weld it all together. Aye.
Is that no why they put it in GTA with the heart in it? Because apparently it's got a beat.
I don't know.
A lot of people say that the Statue of Liberty's got a heartbeat.
What in GTA 4?
Not like in that, but like in real life.
And like folk are convinced that Statue of Liberty's got a heartbeat.
Oh, fuck.
Well, it's
I just Hurtlefield champion at the same time.
I right, 3, 2, 1.
I just mind Ghostbusters 2 when they used the Statue of Liberty to like walk across the city. You seen Ghostbusters?
No.
I've only seen the first one, and I'm not watching that remake.
Nah. It looks shite.
Anything that's been remade, apart from June, I've not
Footloose.
watched. No, I've not watched Footloose either.
Footloose, a good one.
Right, do you want to keep talking about some Mandela effects, or do you want to move on to like?
I can't think anymore.
The other one I had was Jiff and Jiffies.
But I think it's always been called Jeff, innit?
I love.
I always called it Jiffies.
See the Monopoly one? I swear
that's
he
the
had a
best one.
monocle.
I've never thought he's had a monocle.
Did you know?
No, he's never had a monocle.
I always thought he did, man.
Because it's funny because I knew we were going to talk possibly about this because I'd seen what he said. I went and it was like, if you don't get 10 out of 15, you're in an alternate reality kind of thing. And that was one of them, and I was like, nah, he's not got a monocle. And I was right.
I was convinced.
I was so convinced that he had one.
I swear it did, man.
It was the same with the Pringles tin. Supposedly the bow tie, the Pringles guy
Always had one.
went over. Nah, he did, but it was over the text, the Pringles text. But I always thought it was in behind. I always thought you could see the whole. So do you know what I mean? That like the bow tie was in front of the text, so it was cutting off part of the text.
Oh, right, no.
No, but I didn't know that was one either. I assumed that it was all.
Go look at that,
I want to see that, young.
remember in Call of Duty Black Ops and you could make your own? Like,
aye.
Mike was a Pringles guy.
Oh, no, I had.
It's the best thing I
Kit
could
Kat
get.
was another one. There's no hyphen in between Kit Kat.
I thought there was, but it's called.
No.
But it's literally just Kit Kat, no hyphen.
Oh wait, you know what we could actually transition? See, instead of just talking about Mandela, it kind of goes in because you were talking about this, Adam.
That's right ogged, innit? That's not the right thing.
What's it?
Usually you've got the face in behind it.
Adam.
It's
Right. Wait, actually.
Aye.
Move back just
They
a
thought that
bit.
the bow tie sat in front of the text. If you know what I mean, or it dropped it. Like just say the face in the bow tie was a bit further down.
Oh, no.
But I
I'll
never
put-
thought that was a
I'll
thing.
put images on.
Aye,
I think.
aye.
But it was you kind of mentioned, but like along with the Mandela effect, like about like the Mayan thing, and it was like.
Oh, the calendar. And,
Aye, but that's to do because. Oh, sorry, but I'm a bit loud. Aye, sorry, we're talking about the Mandela effect. But I was looking at this as well, and it was like that could tie into like think we're living in a simulation.
Aye.
So like maybe the end of the world did happen, and that's when some of our subconscious mind is thinking everything's different maybe before it. But now we're like we've respawned basically in like this simulation.
I get what you're
you
saying.
know what I mean?
I understand what you mean.
Is it Elon Musk who talks about that? Like he talks about like we're living in a simulation.
Knew the richest man in the world.
Do you know owns part of Twitter as well?
He owns.
He owns a lot of stuff.
How
shares
much did he
and
buy? How much did he buy? Was it 16% yet?
that.
And it's skyrocketed. People
Twitter?
like it. Aye, people wanted shares in it. Just see, as soon as he does something, people do it.
Was he
He's
not the
just
first one to kind of talk about like crypto and all that? And
I don't know if he did.
He
Did he?
did, but
is that not why it was such a big thing at the time?
no, that was the thing with AMC and GameStop. So people just randomly
GameStop,
gathered
aye.
together and just bought shares.
Is that
in
not
these
just
two things.
Reddit? Like people
Aye,
on Reddit
just read it,
aye.
and it just shattered everything, and all the Wall Street bankers were freaking
Was
out.
it not just like loads of people just put? Was it not just small buy-ins, but like thousands of
Thousands of
people?
folk doing it, and it all started on Reddit.
That's mental, man. But sorry, but before we keep going on tangents, let's live in a simulation thing. See, I don't know, because it's like you won't ever actually know.
How advanced is a simulation that we can feel stuff? Like, surely if you're living in a
Metaverse.
I know. But like, if somebody was to hit me with a hammer, I'm going to feel that. But
Let's
if I'm living in a simulation,
Ever got a hammer?
like, is it as advanced as the Matrix? That thing, like, do you know how he wakes up and he's in a pod? It's like that. Remember the wee jelly aliens? So he's like
Sentinels.
Aye, but that's just that doesn't make it does not make sense to me. It's not a thing I've ever thought. I'm living in a simulation.
See,
It's
the thing
not
is,
like
though,
the Truman Show.
see, like at night I will actually sit and watch all the videos, and I'll be like, I'm fucking convinced. And I'll wake up the next morning and I'll be like, no.
Bloody shite.
It's because I'm so tired and I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is fucking sick.
And then you're dreaming about being in another simulation. I don't know. What do you think, Duncan? You've not really spoken.
He's in one now.
He's that parallel universe. Fuck.
I mean, it's a Black Mirror type thing, isn't it?
Oh,
Living in a
Black
simulation.
Black Mirror's sick, by the way.
Are they bringing that back again? Or
I don't think so.
Nah. I mean, the last series wasn't that good.
The best season was like when it first started, I thought.
1 and 2. I mean, the Prime Minister one with the pig just didn't. That was like a bit out there. But I think probably one of the best ones is the one with the grain. Or behind the ear, is it no? And it's where you can rewind your memories.
That was
Black Mirror's basic concept is here is something, and here's how dystopian we can make it. Like the here's how we can turn dystopian. But that last series, apart from maybe the Striking Vipers one, the other two didn't
what
really.
I can't remember his name. He's in loads of films and that. He has a room, and it's like he cycles.
Oh, Daniel Kaluuya.
He cycles all day and he gets coins.
The merits. 100,000 merits or something, and it's the last he gets sold to prostitution after being on the talent show.
It's like X Factor or Britain's Got Talent, something like that. That was the one I liked was like the Star Trek one, where it's like they're on a game.
Was good. That was
and it's like, but like the guy, because he doesn't like people in his work, he takes their DNA and it's their conscience.
He's
been Breaking Bad.
Aye.
God, that's going to annoy me now. He's in that Game Night and all with Jason Bateman.
Yeah, the hench guy. The hench guy.
He's a cop, innit? He's a cop in Game Night.
But the hench guy who's like, he makes the villain, he's in that Game Night and all. I remember seeing his face.
I can't remember who's all in that one, apart from him.
Jason Bateman. And the guy from...
It's Jason Bourne.
And the guy from fucking... what's his name? Like the
John
guy,
Francis Daly. Jesse fucking Plemons.
Jesse Plemons.
Who's the guy who's like the guy Jason Bateman's brother in that, who's in loads of stuff.
Jason Bateman's brother?
Yeah, in that film. Like, he's not his real brother, in that film. He's like the guy that comes back and he always wins games night, and he sets up like the kidnapping thing, but then he actually gets kidnapped.
Kyle Chandler.
It's not. He's in King Kong. The King Kong.
That guy. He's in loads of stuff. He's quite a good actor.
Aye.
He was in that Super 8 as well.
He was in Super 8 as well. Aye.
What's his name in it?
I don't know. I can't even mind. But he's in a lot.
He's got brown hair. That's all I can really describe him by. Kyle Chandler. I was going to say Kyle, but I didn't know. Oh, was it? Sorry, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
Just said that.
Sorry, what the fuck were we talking about?
We're talking about living in a simulation.
We're always doing this, man.
We went in Black Mirror and then
Black Mirror. That's where it came from.
But we're talking about living in a simulation.
Yeah,
it's kind of similar to the concept of are we being televised like the Truman Show?
There was something else that done that. It wasn't the Truman Show.
I found out that it's a form of schizophrenia, so it's people who believe that they are living
main character syndrome.
But it's called Truman syndrome now. And so there's people who have like went to New York to make sure that 9/11 happened and things like that because they were convinced.
They're not convinced it's happening outside of their world.
Basically, they were convinced it didn't happen, and they had to find out. So they went and seen, and it was like But there's people who like undeniably believe, no, I am
the main character.
I am the main character of my own show, and I just don't know it. Or I know it now, but
that's what I feel on my own YouTube channel.
I'd see that though. It is weird though, isn't it? Like when you think about it, like there is so many people.
Are you all just good actors?
Aye.
And I'm just sitting here.
Well, I've got to see in higher drama. So,
no, we are not good actors. No.
Like that last that pulled in front of Duncan on the and slammed on the brakes. Like she was there to make sure that I died.
At the same time, Duncan...
she almost got drop kicked.
But also at the same time, Duncan's driving doesn't help.
No.
Duncan's driving doesn't help.
Every week we're lucky to make it here in one piece.
Really does not help.
Generally, next week...
Nearly crashes, hits the wall.
Lewis, I'm coming with you, mate. Next week.
Just drop yourself off at work and I'll date you.
No, honestly, but wasn't it? It's like she didn't let you out.
No, she was just sitting in that lane.
So he had to slow right down. So he pulled out at the last second that he could, either that or he was hitting the curb. And then she just slammed the brakes.
There was cars in front of her. She didn't just stop.
But she was a good distance away.
She was at good distance, and she like slammed the brakes, and I had no time to even react.
She could have.
And I had
there was cars in front. That's why she stopped.
I bet there was a big space in between her and the
so she didn't have to slam the brakes. She should have gently pressed.
Brake checking you to get insurance claim. That's what it is.
100% G4 claims.
G4 claims.
Keep 100% of your claims. G4 claims.
So where did it happen? Was it on the motorway?
Just coming off
the Motherwell,
like dual carriageway.
Do you know the traffic lights when you're just coming?
You're coming up the hill.
Left is traffic light park.
Yep.
That's that one. So I've done with assimilation shite talk.
Yep, we've talked about it.
Do you want to talk about this? Just because, you know, Scotland, the Loch Ness Monster. Is it real?
It's fucking deed new anyway, if it was.
Aye, there's
It has wings. You know, have you not seen
There's
the
only
water?
one.
There was only one.
There's only
There's
one.
never been the
Did
Loch
you not
Ness
see?
Monsters.
Did you not see the end of Waterhouse? There was an egg.
There was one.
I seen. Sorry.
No, but you know what I mean? If there was any at the time when it happened, like say the fucking asteroid hit the Earth and the fucking big fucking dragon
pretty much.
called into the
What it
the
looks
water.
like, it's like, you know those dinosaurs in the water? Is that not pretty much what it was?
Aye. It was like a dinosaur into the water, and then it evolved, and then, but there was only one. So say it was pregnant when it went in there, right? Laid fucking whatever it done. There might only still been one. Either that or it's incest.
See,
and
it
that,
is,
and
what I was thinking.
Doesn't matter the animal.
No, it doesn't.
What I was thinking, maybe. I don't know what like the geographical map was like when the meteor hit around like where Scotland is. Because I know obviously it was all different.
Does it not
Like-
tell you? Is there no
Well,
like a?
you possibly could. I mean, all the land on Earth was all joined together. If you literally push South America over to Africa,
Jones
Yeah.
it's like a jigsaw.
Was
yeah.
it? Was it cause the meteor, or was it just
No,
shit?
so the
like
meteor-
plates shifting and that. Anyway,
It was the plate shifting
Aye.
that went to dynamic Earth, and in fact that's something else I did that with dynamic Earth. And it was so good.
Looking at the
But
80s.
it landed
That's what I school.
in the Gulf of Mexico.
was it
That's
in
where the
there?
asteroid landed. That's where they believe it landed.
Is that what made the Gulf of Mexico?
No,
Oh, right,
no. It just like it landed, and because of the size of it, and I mean the speed once it hits the atmosphere, just eradicates it.
shattered.
And, yeah,
So I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking maybe there was like I can't remember the name of the dinosaurs
Oh,
what it was
there we go.
based on.
So, some 66 million years ago, I'm going to butcher this. Chicxulub
It's just getting Nakamura, you fucking bulldog.
was a 6 mile wide asteroid, and it killed off more than 75% of Earth's species.
aye. It's one of
I
the.
thought
It's
just
one of
wait,
the
So
mass
say
extinctions.
it happened then, right? 66 million years ago, and you think Nessie still just fucking
Well, it's
swallowed
just because it was in the water. I know obviously there would have been loads of stuff, but just because it was a big creature,
Aye.
maybe there was like loads of maybe somehow a couple of them survived and they were around that bit and they couldn't get out because obviously you can go like obviously to the sea in Loch Ness, but maybe like a wee herd or something in the water there, and just maybe for like years they were just doing their own thing, and then maybe back like when like way hundreds of years ago, maybe even thousands, like people saw it, and then the stories just went on, and maybe
Could be like the Bible though.
maybe
Chinese
maybe
whispers,
there was
Chinese whispers.
maybe there was something there, and people did see it, but then it's died, and then people have just continued like the story.
That's the thing. It's quite a key part of Scotland's tourism.
Aye.
Like, like how many people come to Scotland to see the Loch Ness Monster
Aye.
for a chance to see it?
They'd probably go like
They've
America.
probably seen it definitively.
Aye,
and-
sure,
and
aye, surely
Aye.
if it was there, someone
The
would have seen it.
technology.
Because a loch isn't a loch's a loch. It's not exactly like the bottom of the Pacific.
Well, it is
It's
really
not that-
Loch Ness is really deep.
It's
isn't it?
deep,
deep,
but
but
it's
I think
no-
it
Look at
doesn't
the
exceed
technology.
like the diving
They got
level.
a submarine in it. Just go down.
Aye, that's what I mean. I don't think it exceeds any like sort of limits of where you could go. So
Maybe
surely
there's
someone's
these-
went down.
Maybe there's secret passages.
They can scan stuff now for planes. Have you ever seen the videos and it's like the green lights just running over a space of land, and it's basically they're just trying to get the contours of the earth, so just knowing how it. And surely something like that.
Aye, pick
something
up any
would
activity.
Pick up something moving a bit.
So,
Especially something the size of
the Loch Ness Monster was brought to nationwide attention in 1933. The substance photograph, which is that fucking
Is that the
where
wee-
one?
It's like a
Yeah,
plank of
that's,
wood.
that's the
That's
famous
some
one.
cunt standing
one, aye.
like that in the water.
Honestly, a plank of wood.
Get the guns away.
It honestly does look like somebody's big arm in it.
Let me see.
Aye.
The famous
That
photo.
That's the most famous one.
Is there no? People were saying it
That's
could be
the
just a log with like a branch.
It can
Aye.
be anything.
Well,
It's a
see,
black
obviously,
photo.
then you're like that. But see, back then though,
Aye, that's
that probably and seeing that in the newspaper.
I think it's just a ploy just to get folk to Scotland.
But do you think more? I was just thinking this.
there.
Do you think more Americans probably come to Inverness than like Glasgow or Edinburgh or that, or maybe not nowadays, but like
I
That's a
don't
font
know.
machine. That's a fonts. bonk machine, that's a
Nah, I think more people would probably go around the central belt. There's more to do between the two major cities. And
To be fair, there's a lot of folk who come here just to like go like North Coast 500, that kind of way.
that as well, why?
Like so many folk go to the Highlands.
Right, sorry.
Especially with that being shown, it got shown in the Grand Tour, but they didn't do the whole thing. They started at Dornoch and they go. It's Richard Hammond like tells them to go like halfway across basically. They go through it because he's like this is beautiful. And all that.
That's fucking
Alright,
nice.
I think we were just leaving because you said anything.
It's better that door open by the way. Holy fuck.
Right,
Scotland knowing like the top 10 most beautiful countries that are.
They come here to fucking see the haggis.
Aye. Can't mind who we're voted by, but
No,
like,
I've seen how like many tourists actually go to Kelpies, but they just stand there and they're like, just taking hundreds of photos in.
Whoa,
it's
middle
like
horse.
two big metallic horses, aye.
Like what? There was no needing it.
It's mental. I think we stay like 5 minutes away for like one of the biggest tourist
Attractions.
Tourist and
Aye,
didn't care
that's-
about it.
Aye, exactly. Like we see it every day.
Aye.
Look at your one day. Oh, cool.
Remember a couple of years ago
look at
the
your
boy climbed
window.
it, or two boys climbed it.
Aye.
No, a couple of years ago.
See that?
Oh,
It
Scaling it, aye.
was only at the start of lockdown or something.
That's
Like that. They were
right.
sitting in the curve of the nose.
Somebody could have got hurted.
We'd have drapped and splattered all over the floor, man.
Ah, well, I was the rest of the time.
They knew they were the
They knew the risks. They knew the
Fame comes with this risk.
See the thing is, but it's actually so easy to climb in it.
It would be because of the
Like,
way.
aye,
the
the slats in it.
I don't know, I still wouldn't do.
Folk actually get married there.
Aye, you can actually
get
like
married
have like
inside it.
functions inside it.
Aye.
Why?
It's the same size as this room
Have
probably.
your
Aye, it's
30th
mad.
birthday inside a big metal horse.
But like,
Nah.
That's a
then go to
madness.
Falkirk Stadium, watch the football and then...
Oh, my birthday.
We gave it five.
my 21st.
Aye, your 21st day.
I was good.
That wasn't good.
I wouldn't care.
What?
Oh, you know there
Like,
either.
we went to
I was
Temple
here.
that night and everything.
You
No,
did?
we went to Sports
You
Stars.
went to sport. I didn't. I went to Temple.
You had to put me in a taxi
Oh,
home
you're so cool.
because you were going to go out after it. Do you not mind that, John?
Me and Steph,
Aye.
got a picture.
Aye. The one
I know.
in Jono's, the three of us.
Such a little weekend.
Can you not mind?
No.
Alright, anyway.
Oh, it feels like we've got an
Aye,
yeah.
right. We're done with the Loch Ness Monster.
Was that it?
Aye. That was Jono's.
Oh my god. And today's topic, my 21st.
Oh, look at the cup. Look at the cup in front. Bite of terrace.
Bite of
Love it.
Oh my goodness. Aye. I sent this in the chat because I just saw that Prince Charles is apparently a vampire.
I'm going
They're
into
all
the toilet.
fuck it. They're all lizards. The royal family are lizards.
Right, anyway, before
Saying
you,
a Barry
slate,
Pimblett voice.
before you slate the royal
Fucking
family,
lizards.
I just want to. This is from Cornwall Live. Prince Charles is a descendant of Dracula and owns properties in Transylvania.
I didn't know Dracula was a paedophile.
You can't fucking shut the door.
What?
I've got to open the door and bring it out the air and he goes and closes it.
Can they fucking shut it? He was like
Anyway.
yeah, right, sorry.
Yeah, so apparently the Prince of Wales is the heir to the Vlad the Impaler's bloodline. So it's pretty much like because the royal family have like links to loads of countries around Europe. So they were saying like Romania, Prince Charles is a descendant of like the real life Dracula. There was an actual guy called Dracula. It's not like just like the vampire cunt. So
They're all lizards, I'm telling you. They're all shape-shifting lizards.
Fucking lizards.
Give me fucking Instagram account back, you fucking lizards.
do any of you, if any of you ever heard of that?
I've never heard of that one before in my life.
I only heard it last week. I just thought it was just a nice wee thing.
For goodness sake, everybody's disappearing.
No, it's just my missed call from my mum.
Aye.
Phone her back.
So
with the boys.
Goodness, it could be urgent. Get
I
on,
know.
get on
Wait,
speaker.
Give me a minute.
Get on speaker.
Give me a minute.
Alright.
you're live on the podcast.
Get on speaker. Let us speak to him.
The football phone-in with Hugh Keevins.
Did you see? Oh fuck! Did you see that one? The boy's name is Jerry, innit?
And what?
On Super Scoreboard.
Jerry?
No,
Is it
no
Gordon?
Jerry and, it's Gordon.
Gordon Duncan.
Gordon, right? So it's Gordon Duncan, right? No, it's because I was watching, and the boy phoned in. He was like, right, Jerry. But the boy was Jerry like 5 years ago that done it.
Oh, right.
And he was like, and he was speaking about his sons, and he was like, what's your son's name? And he said it. He said his two sons' name, and then he was like, right, Bob and Dylan. Just getting back at his. Oh, it was fuck. It's funny. But see, Super Scope. I love listening to it.
I used to, but see nowadays it's just a lot of shit.
It was fun last year, listening to it. Super Scoreboard.
It was fun listening to it on Sunday, I know.
That's the thing though, see when Aaron Ramsey signed for you and literally for the next like sort of 2 weeks of Super Scoreboard, that's all that was talked about.
I didn't rate that signing. See just how injury prone the guy is. That just...
Phil on Sunday's a baller, but...
Oh, I mean, he was the best player till they brought him off, and it was
I don't know why they brought him.
Oh,
I don't know why they brought him.
Aaron Ramsey. I thought you were on about Tom Rogic, sorry.
I didn't think Rogic was great in Sunday.
No, I don't know. He scored a rebound.
I thought the best player in the park was Callum McGregor.
That was Carter Vickers.
Carter Vickers.
That's who was their best. John Lundstrom, though, player.
No, I get what you mean about Aaron Ramsey, but it is a signing that you go, right,
I hope we sign him. I hope we sign him.
The problem with Ramsey is, so he played with Arsenal, and in that league you get a lot of time on the ball. You play with Juventus, so in that league you get a lot of time on the
It's
ball.
all defending him.
See up here, it's like it's so aggressive. As soon as you get the ball at your feet, you'll have somebody up
See
your
now
arse.
that he's actually starting, he's just kind of breezing.
No, but you noticed it on Sunday. He was like he was doing like
Aye, when
flicks
he
and everything.
gets the space.
See those wee touches and flicks. That was.
Aye.
I mean, both the midfields were playing really, really well.
Aribo was
See,
shot.
see that kind of thing. It
Plan.
suits him there though. It's like Joe Aribo does that, I know.
Aye.
So does Glenn Kamara. So does Ryan Kent.
Hey.
They're all good at the flick, the touch,
Aye.
all that kind of stuff. So
Aribo should have came off for Kamara. And I don't know why Arfield came on. Ramsey shouldn't have got taken off. He was actually trying to do
He was
stuff.
blown though. I mean, Hatati at the 55th minute.
Oh, that went-
I looked him. I was like, oh my
it was
God.
like 30 minutes in. He was
Aye.
fucked.
He was like that. He was like,
Aye, there was a bit. He was. Who was he? He was chasing
Ryan
Sakala.
Jack or Sakala.
It was,
Somebody doing
it was
that.
just,
Ramsey. It was
before,
Ramsey was chasing.
just before he came off, he was chasing Sakala, and you could just see him
No, it was
falling
Ramsey. It was Ramsey was chasing.
before he came off.
It was Al McCoy said, I'll tell you one thing I learned from that. Hatati is shard.
See, you understand it, but like you go to Japan, that's so far away.
Aye.
You play 2 games of football and then you come back.
Oh, aye.
And then you go into the most running you ever have to do in a game of football.
definitely,
Probably.
definitely.
Like the first one, he breezed it.
Oh, aye.
The first half and then he got knackered
Aye,
again.
Aye, but that's
That's because nobody was on him.
That's the
Ryan
kind of
Jack
football.
Lundstrom shut him down, showed him his shite
you know,
compared to Rangers.
see, well, you obviously wouldn't see it because you were there.
Aye.
But see, it showed you on the telly like the stats.
Yep.
And it was like how many times Celtic have drew the second half of a game of football, like
Aye.
not in each or whatever, because we're going to dominate teams in the first half and then didn't play the second half.
Aye, Celtic will just won a game in the first half.
Yeah.
I think they've won probably
They
about
technically,
75% of their games in
Aye,
the first
in the
half.
first
they technically won that game in the first half. No, like
Aye,
by a
aye.
lot, but like
Aye, but
on the
aye.
scoreline.
scoreline.
Aye, but that's what I mean, that was another game that finished not in each in the second half,
Aye.
technically, so...
Mate, that game could still be going on. The Rangers still
Rangers still wouldn't
score.
score. Aye.
That's what you need
Black-
to do against
Black
teams
Morelos.
like Rangers Celtic though. As soon as the first whistle goes, you need to be
You need to
on
score
them.
first
Aye.
and hope for the best that you keep the lead and
No,
score
I just do
again.
a Motherwell. Go 2-0 down at half time and then
come
change
back.
it and then come back. That's where the league was lost. Motherwell.
No.
Anyway, oh fuck, I didn't realise it.
Can I just touch on something?
Oh hi, you're here. Eh?
My left leg.
Scotland World Cup draw. Anyone see it?
Yes, I did.
Scotland's potential for World Cup draw.
So,
Potential.
That's if we get it.
Potential, no, right. We're beating Wales.
What about Ukraine?
We're
We're not playing them. We're not playing them.
We're not playing them.
That's
That's
ongoing.
So far,
Get in
it's
the
still.
That we'll rule them out. So we're beating Wales, and then we've
I
got
don't know,
USA.
like Gareth Bale playing the game
Ram-
of his life right
Ramsey.
now.
You can't really say that USA are a bad team, but
No, I would
Did you
happily.
see what James Sands
It's an
USA
interesting game. I would
was
love to play
unbelievable.
USA and they're not
And
a bad
I
team.
ran.
All the
I
players
ran.
playing Europe now.
Aye,
Weston McKennie, Sergio Dest,
Timothy Weah.
James Sands.
Pulisic and all that.
Pulisic and all.
James Sands.
He just Carter Vickers.
Carl Vickers, aye.
You forgot about him.
So I think USA
He's fucking
Scotland
from
got a
like.
good game.
Where's he from?
Scunthorpe.
Aye. He's got like a wee lisp. He's like,
Aye.
you know, he's defended very well today. You know,
Hey,
but-
you know, seeing his lips, you can tell straight away he's got a lisp.
I've never seen him talk. I've never heard the guy talk.
Aye, talk.
It's for Scunthorpe. Aye, I think it's his more dad, American or something.
Aye.
He's actually built that American football player, but isn't he? Like, he's fucking.
My favourite one is getting at England.
I do fancy Scotland.
No, I hate
I
that we've
love
drawn them
playing
again.
England, man.
I hate it.
I love
We
it.
always draw them. I don't want to play England.
Why?
Because we've already played them.
I want to
No,
actually.
but that was
we
not
need
each
to beat them.
Scud them.
We drew them 2 each, and, we drew them
it's
9
on a
each.
neutral ground this time.
But
So
we need to
Maybe
beat
it's
them.
gonna go
absolutely.
Where is it?
Qatar.
Qatar.
Oh, that's
See our boy I work with, he,
Silly Billy.
before he came and worked in Glasgow, he was working on the stadiums in Qatar.
Is he?
Is it all like air conditioned and all
I saw it. I mean, all the games are getting played at midnight because it's too hot.
And in November.
Because you don't play football in a desert. That's why all the best players are in Europe, because grass grows in Europe.
I saw like half and half pitches over there, surely, or like they just need to water it every day.
Have you seen the stadiums?
I know.
Aye,
They're cool stadiums.
I'm not gonna lie, like,
one of them's like a tent.
I don't know how you feel, but I'm not even that hyped for this World Cup.
Because it's not in the summer.
See, right now, I'm no, but see, as soon as Scotland go through, I will be.
I'm still.
Well,
I'm at the
I
point.
don't know. I'm at.
It's
I
the
don't know.
corruption party. I'm like, I don't want to be up for it. But
and it's in November
I'm just
as well.
like,
I think, see, if it was in the summer, I'd be a little.
It's you've got the summer to look forward to, like a World
What
Cup or
happened to the
Euros.
league then? Like the
it's
other
getting
leagues
played
just-
earlier.
Yeah, the leagues are getting the leagues
It's
are getting
getting played
cancelled.
earlier. No, so what's going to happen is it no start in August. I think it starts in July now.
So
is
heat to mere heat kind of thing.
So basically, you'll just have this big break in the.
Are they just going to play like games the Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday each week? Because you'll need to play so many games because the World Cup is a long
What
time.
about the European games?
and it's more. There's more teams in it now.
What about the European team? Like the European games, because they happen in November and December still, but
They'll
get
probably
played
just
early.
They'll
see
just
like
bring
how
it
they usually
forward.
take breaks in between. Like they'll take like a month off and then play the next. They'll probably just keep playing it every
Aye,
Tuesday, Wednesday.
but it means it'll not be much of a pre-season for much of the leagues.
Yeah, it's just a jump shit.
They'll be going on holiday, coming back and getting back into training again.
I think it's just me, but being that Scotland fan, I just love Scotland. Like, I think
hope
being
it
in
is.
this playoff point now,
fucking
even
love
the
Scotland.
see even play Wales now. I think we will beat Wales, and I'm just like
Wales
I'm
are a good
buzzing
team,
for
but
the World Cup.
See the form Gareth Bale's in right now.
For
Two free kicks,
The
right?
form that he's in.
It was one free kick.
One free kick, sorry, and one.
and one nice finish.
Should
You
have
can
got
say,
two goals.
you can say the form that he's in, but he only plays fucking 2 games a year.
Aye.
Like, of course his form's amazing.
Mate, Ramsey and all, like Ramsey for
Ramsey
Bale.
missed a sitter last game he played for Wales.
No, he didn't he? He hit it at they hit it like in the corner of the keeper, and the keeper made a good save. How's that?
He scalped the post as well. It was 1-on-1 scalped
I
the
didn't
post.
see it. I seen it
Wales,
too,
Golf,
Scotland
Madrid, in that order.
But anyway, like, but aye, Ramsey and Bale for Wales, like they turn it a different.
I bet it's only
animal, man.
like fucking 2 players that there
That's
is,
it,
isn't it?
two.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like they turn
Aye.
into fucking machines, and you can't underestimate them.
How did we end up on the subject of football? Sorry.
We were talking about Super Scoreboard.
And then Duncan went,
Can I mention Scotland?
I just thought because
No,
I didn't
originally
talk about
someone in the
Rangers
toilet
that
came
much.
back.
Talking about Super Scoreboard.
Right.
we weren't even going to talk about it. It's just because half the cunts left, and we're like,
Okay. So
me and
I don't know, just
Fraser.
kinda like you back there.
Do I just start talking like Fraser and
No.
Bears
No.
Den?
Absolutely not.
Sanctuary.
What one are you again? What one are you again? Wait, we don't even talk anyway.
Ouch.
It's a serious.
Right, John, we got anything else you want to talk about quickly?
Aye, go on.
Do you want to just go an hour and 20 again?
Aye, might as well. He's not here. Sorry, Greg Cole.
Do you want to do that what's worse thing? I've got some.
Oh, you got me there?
You got me up, let's go.
Let me be the outsider again.
It feels quite unscheduled this week, even though I thought there was a schedule. It feels unscheduled.
Oh no, there was never a schedule. As soon as last week we
I
finished,
just
it was
saw
never scheduled.
people. Well, see, the thing is, some of my people are saying, my people,
You are my people.
they were saying people they like to listen to a podcast more than watch it. Some people are like that. I don't. I like watching it.
It doesn't
I like
matter
seeing
to
all
me.
the autistic facial expressions that I make.
But
It depends on that and like on like who's talking. It's like when Joe Rogan was with Snoop Dogg, I wanted to see that.
You like
I wanted
see-
to see what he was talking about
the
because
mannerisms.
they were also putting stuff on his screen and all that, and it was stuff like back in the day when he was like they were talking about Tupac and when
Aye.
Biggie Smalls were alive and when like they two were pals before they ended up one was with Death Row, man was with Bad Boy Records.
We need a Jamie, man. We need a Jamie.
Two
I
packs
was
better,
going to pick
bigger.
my laptop and I totally forgot.
We get JJ.
aye.
Get
JJ,
JJ be a Jamie because he deals with all production shit and that.
Yeah,
So I just.
I
fire
mean
that
music production, but
Well, this
That's
is
what it doesn't.
this is a soundboard.
Yeah, shite jobby.
right, what's oh,
Right,
what's
we got-
worse? Right, okay, so
Right, what's worse, movies or TV shows? Just say your answer, then we'll debate after everyone gets their answer.
that's hard though.
That is.
I'm just going to say movies.
I'm going to say movies.
TV shows.
I'm going to say TV.
I'll say TV shows. I love movies, man.
Got
Right, we'll start with you, mate. We'll start with you.
Nah, I'm going to change mine to TV shows being worse, I think.
Okay, right.
Wait, TV shows.
No. We'll start with you.
We don't have to, that's alright.
No, I mean, you start, and then Lewis can jump in.
That's alright, we'll have
Because
discussion.
I'll go first because I was the only one that picked fucking movies was
On
worse.
you go.
I don't think movies are actually worse, right? But it's the fact that, like, so we're not talking about Batman or anything like that, right? Because Batman's sick, right?
Batman's cool.
But it's like, see, if you get like certain series, Peaky Blinders,
Right.
they're all movie actors, right? Tom Hardy, all that kind of push, right?
Play Murphy.
Aye, but it's like you couldn't put the Peaky Blinders into an hour and 40 minutes.
No.
It's 6 seasons long. The last episode was an hour and 20 minutes. Do you know what I mean? I think you can space out TV shows more. I get like The Walking Dead, that dragged like fuck. They should have done it after 4 seasons and cancelled it.
Cancelled it there,
Aye, but I think that's the only thing it's worse about TV shows is they try and drag it out for so
They
long.
don't know when to end it
Like
sometimes.
Peaky Blinders could have, if you've watched it, they could have kept it going realistically, but they've just ended it because they've thought we've ran for six seasons. That's 10 years of TV.
I'm still on season 2 of that. So just
I've not seen one episode.
Not the same.
I
No
know.
interest.
It's never.
just an
never
example.
bothered
I
me.
just
Aye,
that was
but
just
it's
an
like,
example. Why.
but it's like I get where you can go with certain films because you can add the next one and the next one and
Yes.
the next one. But it's like some films, Fast and Furious has been dragged like fuck.
Oh,
Like,
fuck
It's just that- it's just a money maker. That's
that's just who's the biggest stars that we could get in the world at the moment.
like
one film.
fucking John Cena on
It
the
was
rock.
the
Like,
Expendables.
Aye,
Every action star ever in
They brought back Wesley Snipes.
Aye. See, but
Funny.
I think that's the only problem that's wrong with. Like, I think films are worse because I think they try and drag them out for too long. Whereas you can't really say there's a fan base for like if it's Marvel, you can. If it's
For franchises.
aye, but you can't.
Marvel,
You don't have
Harry
a fan
Potter,
base
that kind of
for
thing.
like films. Do you know what I mean? You can for Harry Potter, Fast and Furious if you're a goon, but you have fan bases for like TV shows because they can go on for so long.
See,
And that's-
I could maybe count that. They could maybe be a fan of the director.
aye,
like
I get
that-
that.
like-
I'd also have with Zack Snyder. Anything that's made directed by
Aye,
Zack
aye.
Snyder, it's like that's going to be
My favourite is Quentin Tarantino.
Aye.
I love his films, man.
Tarantino.
Aye, but that's
I
kind
like
of
a few of them.
that's kind of different because they could do TV shows and all. Do you know what I mean?
Or Guy Ritchie.
Not-
Guy Ritchie's. I like Guy Ritchie. He's quite good.
I think the thing, with movies, I kind of like ones that are adapted. So, one of my favourite films, like probably top 3, is Dune. The remake of Dune came out in October, November. So it was originally a book, which I'm listening to. It's like a 21-hour long book, right? It was written in the 60s. There's about 10 of them now, but the guy who wrote them died, and his son and his pal kind of continued them. But the film was so good. Did you not see it? No.
No.
Oh,
Overrated.
no, it's no overrated.
Overrated,
You've just got bad taste, right?
Oh.
It is a really, really, really good
No,
film.
I've got bad takes.
Green button. Green button.
I'm the host.
But I don't know, I don't know what it was about it, but the next part doesn't come out till next year, so I was like, fuck it, I'm listening to the book. But the guy who directed it, have you seen Arrival?
No.
No, have you seen the remake of Blade Runner?
No.
No.
Yeah, it was
that.
Denis Villeneuve.
Aye.
The guy who directed that. It's everything about it is visual. Anything about his films, they're just aesthetically
Aye.
quality to look at.
Aesthetically pleasing kind of film. I like that.
I was sat there like 2 minutes into the film, like this is going to be quality, and my mind was made up, and it was so was. You have to see it.
I didn't think it was bad. I just think it was because I watched it. I came in thinking it was going to be like an action type space sci-fi film. That's what I was going in, and it didn't start doing that till like there was like half an hour left in the film.
Aye, but the thing, this is the thing. If you've no read the books or listened to the book, as I'm like, it's true to the book. It's the setup of what's to come because the book has 3 books within it. So like, yes, aye. So it's because so you've got the first part, which is the first film. It kind of creeps into the second part of the book, and then film 2 is going to lead into the last 2.
I didn't think the story or the concept was bad. It was just I thought it was slow. I was just like I think just my perception. Hopefully the second film will just be like
The second film will be,
but I know
because it's
But see, right, Batista's in it.
yes,
Did-
very
Aye,
minimal.
mate, that's-
He just plays normal kind of I'm
I
Batista.
mean, he's in it for like
Aye.
5 seconds.
He's in it for about 5. He's a henchman. He's a
He'll be
henchman
in
to
this- in the
the
second
guy,
one.
but he's only in it for.
In the
Because
second,
it says his name at the top.
in Zendaya.
It was kind of like Bryan Cranston when he was in Godzilla. He just like spoiler.
But in the
died.
Like, well, Batista didn't die though.
No, but he's only in it for like.
Aye, it's
We
like,
can talk
I'm
about it, mate.
Batista.
It came out ages ago, but I think the second one he'll be a main part in it though, because the way they built him up.
I'm not going to ruin it because I've listened to the book. So
But it's,
yes.
it's fucking. It's,
no.
Mate, it's April. If you've not seen it now,
No, but I know that. But the second film's now, and I'm practically
Oh, you mean that, alright.
listening to the second film basically. So
do you know when I just watched the film?
what?
Do you know when I
The
just
second
wait?
film's not yet.
The second-
No, I mean
The
like.
first film
wait-
only just came out.
No, I mean, but you know, rather wait and watch it instead
No,
of
no,
read
I
about it.
want to know. I want to know because it was Emily's dad had read them and I didn't know about it, so Emily listened to it and I was like, I need to listen to it.
But sometimes books are slightly different to the film. Like,
That's
'cause
just
you
true,
need to
the
use your actual imagination
Yeah.
for the book, but when you actually see like how it's portrayed into the film, it's
Like Harry Potter's a prime example.
Yes.
It's like
Kinda
they
different
are
though, isn't it?
totally different.
aye.
But is that Mind Goblet of Fire? Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
It's Dumbledore.
That's like Dumbledore said calmly, and then it's the film. That's funny as fuck. Wait, sorry.
So
Is this why you think movies are better? Sorry,
I went on. I felt a bit.
we were just talking about movies.
I just think TV shows, there's so many of them,
Aye.
and it's just so easy to make something shit. I know
Aye.
that's the same with films,
Aye.
but I don't know. It's just something about there's so like. See if you think about television and the shit like Love
There's
Island,
so much shit.
and Bridgerton.
Whoa.
And-
We're not speaking bad in Love Island.
I know. But do you know what I mean? X on the Beach, Geordie Shore, see stuff like that.
Aye,
Car
aye.
crash, telly.
Well, that's
Aye.
reality TV.
Aye,
But
but
it's still
shite.
TV
still-
shows.
I was thinking of like,
The Big Bang Theory.
It's so
Yeah, I
easy.
wouldn't have a bad word against that.
that's good, man.
Ah,
How
but
about your mother?
no, I
I like that.
That's
The US offices in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, they're probably like my go-to.
I like
series.
Brooklyn
Really
Nine-Nine.
nice my one that I sit and watch.
Nine,
I
nine.
watch
See, the thing is,
once.
I've never actually sat and watched like the season like the first episode to the last, and then
Oh, have you just
I've
seen it
just
random?
watched that, and I think it's funny just because I don't know what's happening. Like,
Nah, I like it.
It's probably
But that's
best
one of the TV
ever.
shows that you can just.
you can just
can binge
like
it.
Go
Friends,
anyway,
like,
aye.
It's
hate
like
Friends.
comfortable
Friends is
viewing.
shit.
Oh, no,
Friends
I
is
like
overrated.
Friends.
Friends is shit.
It's funny.
Friends is shite.
I
like
watched
Friends.
that. I used to watch that sporadically throughout my life,
Aye.
and then I
Aye,
went, you know
you'd
what?
grow up.
I'm going to watch that start to finish because they put it on Netflix. And see, after I watched it, I went, I'm never watching that.
You actually got to it, mate. I watched
did
the
that.
first couple of episodes. And this is fucking.
Oh no, I love
I don't see where the hype comes from. I guess because I binged The Big Bang and I loved that and I thought it was so good, and then I tried.
I guess a lot of
after.
slate. I think it was really good. The Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bang's so good.
I like The Big Bang
But then I
Theory.
tried to watch Friends like right after it, and I was like,
Nah,
trying
Friends
to
is
compare it
just
to Big
kind of.
Bang. It's just
It's
shite.
just shite. But aye, so wait, what do you think? What did you say? Sorry.
Movies are better than TV shows.
Why? I'm asking the questions. The
Do we
real.
get a wee spotlight?
I want to know. I want to know. I want to know Ian By's reason.
It's so hot here, guys.
No, it's I don't know. It's just I can sit through a whole film to bother, but see
Well,
like
depending on the film.
aye, but like if it's fucking Avatar that's 6 hours long, then no thanks. But like I think
Avatar was good.
Fell asleep on that in the movies when
it's
it came
easy to kill off a TV show easier than it is to kill off films. Like you can sit and watch all through like all the Harry Potters, they boy. You can
Oh,
sit
Harry
and
Potter's quality.
watch through the whole Marvel, they boy. But see if you try and get me to watch a full TV series like right through.
Well,
Still Games like
Still
a big,
Games.
No, Still Game is fucking quality.
Good.
It should have ended about 6 seasons ago.
Well, they did.
Maybe not
end
6,
it.
that's
Just when it
exaggeration.
stopped.
Aye.
It's because they
Aye,
fell
like the
out.
older ones, and then see when they came back.
See the newer ones.
Aye, no.
They're dog shit.
There was a few that I was like,
Nah,
but,
No,
What,
you
you
still
hate
laughed.
them, just hate them.
No, you still laughed.
I didn't hate them, I just think
No,
They shouldn't have been made, really.
Aye, they shouldn't have because the older ones are that good. They couldn't keep the standard up, and I think that's the same with a lot of TV shows.
The best episode of that when they brought it back was the South Africa one. See,
South
Africa! When they got to the caravan, I think that was probably
was
the
funny
best.
as fuck,
It,
man.
I just think the acting go
worse.
worse in the newer ones.
It was kind of pantomime.
Aye,
Yes,
basically,
exactly.
That's it. Aye, because it was like Bobby the barman never had all that. It just
that mad hooch.
I don't watch it.
Have you never watched it?
I've watched it, but I don't.
Just don't know the hype
I'm
about it.
Burniston.
Let me show on. Let me show on, man.
Yeah, that's a bad take.
I just think movies are better. I'm more slasher.
Chicken black bean sauce with no peppers. That's me, pal. Chicken black bean sauce with no black bean sauce with green peppers. That's me, pal.
Banana flour.
Phone them the new.
And I bought
Lime. Ask for lemon. Phone them.
Cheese for cake.
Oh, that's all but a joke, man.
Jelly by John.
One of my favourite Burnston ones, the ice cream truck.
Aye.
You take gingies. Just
Bob Guns and Drugs.
He's like, what's that again? Can't remember, but he gets like, he hands him a gun. Oh, you're going to need like a farmer and all that. Hands him out like a gun.
He's a heroin, you need a hobby farmer.
You need a hobby farmer, that's it.
My favourite one's the Pulsemobile one. He's just screaming, he's just loving him. He's like, look what I good you're not. Pulsemobile, mate.
You know what is one of the stupidest ones, but it's funny. It's like, what's this I see?
What's this?
Oh god, I hated that one. Man.
It was just
It was so weird, wasn't
See, when it's the
What's
concert,
this I see?
he's like, let me see you dance. He's just kept him there, just himself. Let me see you dance.
oh no.
See with Burniston though, I thought like, well, there was the occasional shout one, right?
Yeah.
But I thought it was always kind of funny, whereas still games.
Oh,
I think it was kind of rinsed.
chewing the fat.
so
man.
many bits,
It's
and then
fucking brilliant.
I was
See,
sorry.
the big man. I love that man. It's funny. It's some of the part is just like Ford Keenan. I think just kind of just got free reign with that one. I think he just like, you know what I mean, like, because the big man is like this big authoritative, like how this fuck guy, he doesn't take shit. It's just funny. It was like the one where it's like the calling. It's like, alright, big man, I like a big strong man. It's like Flattery's like pushing the swimming pool, the big man dog.
It's when he's a counsellor and the guy's coming and he's like, I'm just trying to express my the big man, yeah. Shut it, fanny boys.
Is the real reason you're like that is because you can't get your hole. You're the type of guy that busts through green with there's a floater in his Volvic.
Oh man.
Speaking of still game, did you go to the Marrakech the other week?
No.
Oh, they were there, eh?
No.
Who was there?
Paul Barman, Stevie,
And
Eyes on the Vida.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I used to, years ago, me and my brother used to swim like competitively. David swam with a boy, his name was Angus, and I swam with a younger brother, Callum. Their uncle is Gavin Mitchell, who played Bobby. Well, before, like, and I, like, that's one of my claims to fame, by the way.
So you basically went Bobby.
Basically, I just in the form of kind of like.
my sister met him on a train because she was drunk.
Because she was drunk.
She was pissed on the she was gone home or something like that, or gone somewhere.
Bobby, let me get a photo.
He was just on the train and that's where she'd done that, and I think there's a photo of him sitting on his lap and everything like that. She's trying to get a selfie with him.
She's walking 2 pints prick.
She's trying to get a selfie, trying to sit in his lap and everything like that. He's trying to get his chain right and she's
Bobby's lap.
Selling Bobby's lap hen.
Hello, I'm Troy, the gardener.
Oh, you know what? I was going to say when we were on a bit like cinematography, like June 1917.
Yes.
That's a quote.
It's cool, eh?
I thought it was actually like one shot the whole
Seamless.
way, but they actually
The way
do
they play it off and
well, the first
You see
like,
it says it's passing something. So see,
Aye,
just
then
see
that's
you're
when the
passing
cut.
like a wall.
Mate,
It's
I
like
was
that's the
actually-
cut, but it's seamless through
I was
everything.
blown away when I watched it. I thought it was fucking brilliant.
see that scene when he's running across the field
The
and
trenches
the bombs
and
are going.
Aye,
You could only do that one time.
that was all.
That has to be first take.
See when he bumps into the guy, that
Aye,
was
no
the
meant-
that's the way it happened.
It's just they just kept going
Because
with
like, see when it done, it was like actual real like the
it
grass
made
was
it-
actually.
I've
got-
seen it. I've seen the.
But actually
the
made it
filming
more.
of the filming
It made it
bit.
more realistic because like obviously like there's guys running to battle and you're trying to go across. Like they're probably going to bump into something doing that.
See, the only films I don't think are played out as war films because
Well, I love war
you couldn't
films,
fit
man.
the whole war into one film.
No.
They only
Aye.
did on like certain bits of
parts,
the war.
See, Saving Private Ryan, it's a quality.
What a film,
man. That's- The ending's so sad, man.
Aye.
Just the
See-
captain,
Do you know, it's funny to see the opening to that.
the storming the beach and that.
Aye, when it's
D-Day,
D-Day, so they got
aye.
in Omaha. Somebody who like, it was someone who I don't know if they were advising because they fought in D-Day, but they said it was really good, but it just wasn't gory enough.
Aye, because
Considering how the film makes it look, how could it be any more gory? They said there just wasn't like there wasn't enough body parts and it wasn't gory enough.
because the thing is, it was that could have been a lot of the first fights for a lot of the people. that were in the army and they've went straight onto the beach and just got fucking.
I saw a stat. It was like, it was something like on D-Day. It was like 2,000 and something Americans died just storming the beach.
Aye,
Like,
just getting on it.
they were getting shot just before they even got on it.
bombed in that as well.
Aye.
It's like
That's
imagine being told like you need to go like for all the fucking
Aye,
machine
since you hit
guns.
16 in that, it's like
In fairness, I don't think they were expected to like literally get to the beach and then
And
instantly
immediately.
die.
aye, I think they were
I think
expecting
they were
to go to
expected,
the beach.
you know, just saunter up.
No,
how you doing?
You
Then
pretty
maybe
much
die.
are. You pretty much are going to die for your country. That is literally.
I don't know. I wouldn't have expected to get right off the boat and
Aye, literally,
MG
half
boats
them never go off the boat.
Not even half the boat. You're halfway there. And
Well, I guess the
just
mentality is when you
through the
say I'm surviving this, you need to think like that because if you stand still,
See,
you're
the
just
thing
a
is, but
target.
it's like, see when you watch the films and they're like missing legs and they've got to like pick them up.
Oh,
and
that.
like you would be in so much shock.
Aye, you wouldn't
The guy
feel it
picked-
probably.
The guy picked
Like,
up
I
his
think
arm.
adrenaline would kind of come
Aye.
and then I.
That's like when Joe Theismann broke his leg. Have you ever seen that? This breakheader in the world. So Joe Theismann he played in the NFL for the 49ers and he snapped his leg. He got his leg snapped. It was like a
clean in half.
clean snapped, and he says he never felt it because just the immediate rush of like. He said it was dopamine or something that ran through his head. He went, it's amazing how the body can react to trauma, and he just never. I mean,
Did you see-
It was the leg. It was the break just put him out his career.
Did you see Kevin Ware? That he never made it to the NBA, but he played in college basketball.
Oh, aye.
And he went. He goes to block a
Is it
shot.
not Kevin?
and it
No, not
comes
Kevin West.
Where is
I
it?
thought it was
West?
Kevin West.
I don't
And
know.
back in
I don't know.
2013.
Something. Aye,
Aye,
and then he
Kevin
comes
West.
down. His shin snaps and he goes like that. He picks
And
up
you
his
said
leg and he
it's
goes-
the bench reaction. They're all like
Aye.
that.
But it's the
His
fact
hands are
he
green,
just
though,
went. He went. Fuck.
Aye, you just gonna oh, my legs hanging off.
That's an injury you just don't ever recover from. You're lucky if you recover from it.
You ever broke a bone?
Yes.
I've never
actually broke a bone, nobody.
I've never broke a bone.
I broke
Unfortunately.
my wrist playing football at St Bernadette's. Got tackled right, and you know what? It wasn't anybody's fault. I just fell on my arm,
Ah, you just
and
landed
I
on it.
woke up. I stood up. And I was like, "Fuck it, it's a wee bit sore."
Aye.
And I was there for about 3 years, man. And then I went home and I was like, "Fuck, my fucking wrist was gouting." Took me up to the hospital and it was like, "You have 2 hairline fractures on the side of your wrist." But it was. I think it was the fact that it was roasting. You've drank so much water. You're playing football, so the adrenaline's kind of gone through your body, and then you go home and you're like, "What the fuck?" And
What
see-
you've calmed
Aye,
down.
what you can
and
do.
see now I've got this like wee lump, see at the top of my wrist, because I see if I went, see it,
Aye.
see if I went straight to the hospital, it wouldn't be like that.
Aye.
But it's the fact that I was being a fanny, and obviously when you run your wrist is constantly.
You're a kid, I know.
Aye.
Like you're just.
I think what year was I in? Third or fourth year, and I fucking played it off. I was like, I'm left-handed by the way, and I was on the computer and in school and everything. You had to play it off, but
I think I got quite lucky with sports. I think I've played rugby for what 6-7 years, and I think I've only had I've had ligament damage in my knee and like maybe a concussion or two, and that was it.
Is ligament no worse than a bone break? A bone break.
No, but if you tear them, absolutely. But I only just like strained them.
Oh, right, okay.
aye, because I'd done
And
the
I
ligaments in my ankle, and it wasn't it.
I caught it just like before it tore, and I was only out for like maybe 2-3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
But it was just for a few exercises. But no, concussion is probably the worst I've had.
Do you remember Adel at rugby? Adel. Remember his one?
Aye.
And he got
Aye.
ended up in a wheelchair and everything.
Aye.
He's no fucking crippled or nothing.
No, but he,
It was the way he got tackled and what was it, his leg and something else, and there was a lot, his fucking spine, and then it was the fact they were like, you'll never do sports again, and I honestly I've never seen him run since. But it was the fact that it was like half the school was fucking watching him play rugby,
Oh, that's terrible, man.
and it had to be him because he was actually good at rugby.
That's a
He was
shame, man.
he was a
I've not
big
seen
boy.
too many. I mind Greg Taylor, he broke his jaw.
I mind that one.
Because,
Aye.
well, we're sitting, I can't mind what I was doing there because I wasn't actually playing at this point. And,
Greg Taylor?
I
was like, I had to
That was the
for a
first thing I
minute.
thought. I was like,
but literally, he came off and he came up to G. Blood, and I was like, can he shut his jaw? So blood's like literally just involuntarily pouring out, and he went, I think I'll bottle a jaw. He was like, fucking up. Get in the fucking car.
Jesus.
See, the thing is with rugby, is you are going to get so many facial injuries.
Yeah, you
Like,
do.
it's
Like,
fucking.
I've only broke my nose. Well, I say broke it. It's like I've broke my nose about 7 times. but I've only ever had one nose injury during rugby, and how I'll never know. But every game you go on and you're like, yeah, I'm probably not going to walk back off.
What did you break?
I've broken my wrist. I've broken my arm. I've
Is that boxing?
No. This was years before. But my worst injury was probably, we were playing football, and you probably know about this one, and it was like similar to that story I told the other week there. Like,
The golf? Getting side tackled?
No. Just like there was just ice on that rotten astroturf, and so you're just rotating. And I was in the sticks, and I slid on the ice, and I completely ruptured my thigh muscle off the hip bone.
What year was that?
So I think that was so it would have been fourth year maybe.
All right, that was the year before you were in my class.
I slipped and it completely ruptured it, and it took the wee picks of bone from it, and I've still never.
Did you get surgery?
No, it just
healed.
It reattached again and all that, but agony on crutches for ages, and it's like the bone. I don't think the bone's properly the way it's fused. It's just. See if I stretch that, there's times where I feel like that's just going to explode, and it's really horrible. It makes me fear to stretch, and that was one of my biggest problems when I exercised or when I done sport. So I hardly stretched for fear that I'd hurt myself stretching.
See the worst thing, like see when you done your ligaments and all, it's see the moon boot. The moon boot does not help.
No, Mikey showed up to Jack's 21st.
Me?
I don't remember.
All right, fuck.
No.
The songbird.
Aye. Sorry, I thought you said your own 21st.
No.
Jack's.
Mikey showed up with a big moon boot.
Had a moon boot on. It was his sister or his mom or something. She was like, why are you wearing joggies? And I was like, fucking look at my leg.
Oh, sorry, I do remember.
Get into skinny jeans right now. She was like, you don't get jeans on. I was like, you want to see the size of my ankle? And I took my boot off, and it was like, I was like, fucking bit name and skinny jeans.
Did you actually say why you were in joggies? That's mad.
Like she obviously never like seen my leg at the time.
Right,
and she was like, why are you wearing joggies? I was like,
hello.
I was going with shorts to be fair, but it was quite cold, so joggies on.
It was February, so
I do remember it because it was just before we shut down for the pandemic and that. It was just before. I do remember that.
Mind life.
Because see, like a week after that, right, or whatever it was, I got it off, and I went out to Lifky pub crawl, and it was like that was the last night out we ever had, and I was wearing fucking like lubes, and nothing on them. It's just like leather, and I was walking, and I was like, fucking next pub, man. And I felt my ankle just like pulsing the whole time, and I was like, fuck me. I was like, James going fucking piggyback me the next one.
Get a wheelchair.
They moon boots they're nothing. It's just plastic on the bottom, so see every time
but they're better than crutches though, because I got offered when I was in the hospital crutches or moon boot.
No,
I said moon boot.
I didn't get crutches. I got the moon boot, and then her gran gave me crutches, and it kind of
they asked me crutches or moon boot, and I said moon boot.
I didn't think the crutches were that bad to begin with. It was when it was just you were fed up being hurt. I just duct tape towels in them.
When was that? How long ago was that you done your ligament?
3 years ago.
Was that the football, Sundays?
Football Sundays,
I
playing
done it
football.
twice.
Went on a 50 challenge.
3 times, twice, I think. Because I remember I had done it, and then you done it no long after me, and I think I done it again. Same ankle.
I've been quite fortunate. I've never broke a bone or something. I've sprained my ankle, but it's nothing really.
I've had concussion, but it wasn't a sports injury.
I went into the hospital with concussion.
I've had concussion, but it wasn't a sports
Was
injury.
that the bus?
Yes.
Getting hit by a bus?
That was me getting hit by a bus.
Aye. Sorry, this is just random. I don't think it was in my first year. She wouldn't put in, but did you hear the story? Josh Barry? You hear the story about him getting hit by a motor?
No.
It was when we were in first year. It was like, the road. You know where the snack van was across, like to go down there, like the wee kind of.
It's called Winchester or something.
It was crossing either there or back.
Got the Winchester fucking the salt to blow over.
And he fucking rolled over it and that cracked his head against the windscreen and that. Everyone was still like shitting themselves. They thought he was going to die. But he was alright. He just went to the hospital and he just shook it off.
See, speaking of concussions, right? I remember Bathgate, AstroTurf. You know what one I'm on about?
Was that what I played?
No, that was. But AstroTurf, right?
Aye.
So this was. We were actually talking this morning. See, AstroTurf, like the pellets, they're car tires, old ones that is for cushion, makes the thing solid. Anyway, got tackled, hit my head right, and Steph was there. Asked Steph, and he was like, Adam, fucking get up, get back on. And I was like, I stared at him, and obviously Alan's a fucking physio, so he was like, are you alright? And apparently I was pale as fuck, and I was like, I was like, I'll get back up. And I was like, Steph, what's the score, man? He's like, it's 3-9, you've scored twice. I was like,
What was it, just the way you landed, or?
I got, so when I've been tackled, I've obviously just fucked my head off the deck, and then I was like, right, whatever. So I was like, I don't think I can go back on here. So right, so he hung my legs, see, off the side of the net, and he was like, try and get blood back to the heat seal. So I was 20 minutes later or whatever, and I'm still sitting there. I was like,
like, dude, that just reminds me of mine last season when Kamal Roof hit that keeper.
No, I didn't. I can't
Mine
watch
get
that.
cut to him on the bench where he's padding at, and he was like that.
and then
He didn't even know Slavia were winning, man. He was just like,
and then I went to the hospital, right, because they obviously thought I was quite bad.
Aye.
But I don't remember going from Bathgate to Labrador Hospital at all.
Aye, that's the thing. You don't know where you are.
No,
I've never been concussed.
Something I've never experienced.
Because
Just concussion.
I think, do you mind Big Sam Heron, Big Ball Boy?
Aye.
It was his knee that done it with me. So we were doing like padding drill. So I hit the bag, and then rolled over. And as I rolled, as I faced him, all I seen was his knee straight up at my eye. And I got straight up, and I was like, right, I'm fine. Oh, you cunt, I'm not
Aye,
fine.
fell down.
And then got taken to the physio, and then I can't remember. I think it was you and Rooney in Connor Falls that took me, and I sat down. I was like, "How the fuck did I get here?" And then they were like, "Yeah, there's an issue."
Shout out Connor Falls.
I was at the gym there, so and they gave me a spot for my bench. So
I'm going to tell him about that when I see him. Whatever day I see him.
definitely Rooney.
sorry.
I can't remember who was there, but aye, you just don't know where you are.
See the worst thing I knew about that concussion is when so Andy that took me, right, Andy Muir, thing is Dean Muir's big brother.
But did he go to Denny High?
I'm sure they went to Denny
Denny
High.
High. I used to play in Carron Valley.
So it was
Has
him.
a bit of swagger when he walks.
Aye. Big shoulders and that.
Aye.
So
I'm
he
the daddy.
he took me, right,
All
and
about before.
the nurse pricked my finger, right. But Andy was like, see, like that, he was holding my finger out because obviously I was
Using Duncan.
I was sitting there obviously like that, like, what the fuck's happening here? She's like, 2 paracetamol, fucking sound. And then she pricked my finger and I was like, you fucking slag. Or you fucking whore or whatever I called her, right? But I never knew that's what she was doing. She was pricking my finger. And it was, it was like, and I, whoa.
Aye, kind of took you out.
Aye. And then she was like, but she never said anything because she obviously thought, he's not got a clue what's happening there.
You're fit touching morphine.
So I remember I sat back out in the waiting room and then they put me in a bed and the guy came back to me and was like, did you see that fly there? I was ready to swallow.
I seen it.
The guy came out to me and he was like, see if you remember this story in 20 minutes or something, we'll let you leave. And I was like, right, and he's telling me the story and I'm got to cursing him like that. He's telling me the story and I'm going,
What story?
because see when you're concussed, they'll tell you a story.
Oh, you need to
And then
remember
you remember it for when they come back. I was like, time, colours, aye. So he basically let me go, but probably shouldn't have let me go.
Unfortunately, never happened to me. Hopefully, not yet at all.
Concussions are funny, man.
Aye, like, it's just mad how you just don't have a clue. Like, you think you're doing alright, you can walk in that like without any help, but see, as soon as someone asks you anything, like what day is it today, or what do you have for dinner or something like that, and you're like,
Not a clue.
oh yeah, cunt, I don't know.
See when you've got a concussion, I feel like you see yourself in the third person,
Aye,
but through your eyes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're seeing it there, and then you're like, whoa, but it's still.
it's like you get this mad buzz and then a big light, and then
it's funny as fuck.
you're just dying.
See Connor.
See a wee staircase,
See Connor. He had a concussion definitely at Euros.
Oh fuck it. Mate, we all thought you were going to skip him in the air. Next minute, buckle. Shut a brick that night, man.
Have you seen that?
I see the video of him knocking Connor out.
I think we need to call it Timeson, by the way.
I was going to say, boys, it's like.
Is it a bit late that way? None video.
No, so like we were.
We'll cut it there.
We'll talk about
Do you want me to show them it?
Poor Connor.
Wait,
I'll tell you now.
we'll wrap it up here, man. Just because I saw the time and that. I don't want to stay here too long. You know, we've all got lives back here.
Tell me when you see it.
Oh yeah, fucker. Why did he let you do that?
40 quid. 40 quid.
Did you even give him it?
Oh, fuck.
Bank transfer.
40 quid
40
just
quid.
to knock him out.
Aye. He told me he would knock me out, and I was like, knock you out, 40 quid, and he's like, sound. He's like,
It's
punch
the
me
fact,
name. I went,
it's
no,
the
on
fact
the
it
jaw.
was side on. Like, that's a perfect hit at the side of the jaw, man.
Because that's where all your wiring goes to your brain.
And then the following morning he passed out again. He was just standing in my living room.
Mate, and see the
then
technique,
30
it was
seconds
some-
later just dropped.
It was some cross from you, by the way.
Did you absolutely stick him? That's
See, the thing is, I don't even think it hit him too
No,
hard.
but, you don't need to hit
It's
it.
just where you
Especially,
it's where you pass.
See if I
especially
actually,
because he was just side on. That's
see if
a-
I absolutely like wound it up and I think he'd have died. Honestly, see, just taking the impact of standing there, I think he'd have fucking died or broke his jaw or something.
Maybe he broke
It was
his
a
jaw.
sound hey, just
See, the
be
thing
there
is,
and on.
see that-
Bare
see for
knuckle
him-
and all.
See for
Like-
him being steaming and me being steaming. Good connection.
Did you hit that?
No.
No?
No.
Well done.
But it's because it's side, as you said, that's a penalty kick. He's just standing there like, you can't brace for that unless
See if I happened, see if I caught him like in the head or something, but
They had him in the fucking recovery position.
See the rest of the video, well, I actually try to put him in the recovery position.
If they
He
got him in
died.
the tempo, his legs might have went all jelly and that.
Just give it that. It was like a head topper. So I've been hit by one of them. See if they hit you down like that.
Aye.
It affects the other side of your body, it's like your brain.
You know that.
It's so like my experience was it was like pins and needles completely. I was
Aye,
I was
it's like
sparring,
you're having a stroke,
I was
you can't
sparring it, and like somebody's still trying to hit you. So I was like banging my front foot to try and like wake up that side of my body. It's a really weird feeling.
But
to be hit with that.
the jaw, that's a knockout if you get it
If you get
right
clean,
there, man.
but
Aye.
it's the same way you can hit someone right in the middle of the forehead and knock them out. It's Manny Pacquiao against Juan Manuel Marquez in the fourth fight. Pacquiao jumps into it and it's so Marquez's back to the ropes and Pacquiao steps in with his hands down and he throws the overhand, so he just fucking walks him right onto you, and Pacquiao jumps up and just falls in his dead face.
I can't wait for
it's
this
a-
fight in July.
It's a beautiful knockout, man.
He's doing one of those charity.
Eh?
Aye, the
boxing
UWTB charity boxing.
It's like what I done, but MMA. But he's
Aye.
doing a
The
boxing.
boxing man.
So if you want to sponsor me, everyone, yeah.
You fucking cameo, whatever you said it's not.
Aye, Cammy, subscribe.
my protein if you want for this.
What's the wee tune it?
Right, do you just want to just wrap it up?
Not even an outro, no, just.
I can't hear the tune.
Oh, right.
Shows it, it's in.
Right,
It's a nifty tune.
whoa, fucking hell, man! I heard that. Like, aye. Right, so I'm not going to shout as loud this time. I didn't realise I
still
should
hear it.
Like, subscribe.
Right, aye, so hope you enjoyed that if you made it this far. I hope you did. But like and subscribe. Check out on Spotify as well. Shut up. 6 PM on Friday nights, that's when I'll upload it. Maybe the Spotify one. This bigotry, man. Spotify, I'll maybe upload tomorrow because that shit, it doesn't take that much to edit. Bye. Bye.
What? Uploading Fridays.
Bye. Yeah, thanks. Oh, yeah, shout out G4.
G4 claims, we didn't shout them out once.
Shout out Fraz as well. Couldn't make it.
Aye, Fraz. Bye.